Some conversations change everything. This is where they begin.
You know what nobody talks about? How intelligent, capable people can wake up one day and feel completely lost. Not because something broke in them, but because life got messy. And messy doesn't mean broken. It just means you're in the middle of something. I had coffee with someone recently who reminded me of that. And I think you need to hear this conversation.
Con? Finally. I feel like it's been forever.
It has been. Sit. I already ordered.
You always do that.
Because you always show up not knowing what you want, and then spend 10 minutes deciding. I saved us both.
Okay, fair. This is nice though, just sitting somewhere that isn't my room.
You've been spending a lot of time in your room?
Too much. Anyway, how are you? How's work?
Work is good. Busy but good. You know how it gets this time of year. How about you? What's been going on?
Same old. Actually, no. Not same old. I don't know. It's been a weird few months.
Weird how?
Just off. Everything feels slightly off. Like I'm doing things, but nothing feels like it's going anywhere. Sorry, I don't want to just dump everything the second we sit down.
It's me. Talk.
Okay. So, I left university 6 months ago.
I knew something had shifted. You went quiet.
Yeah, because I didn't want to deal with everyone's reactions. And I still don't, honestly. But it's been 6 months, and I thought by now I'd feel more settled into the decision, into what I'm doing. But instead, my head is just loud all the time. Like there's this constant noise that won't switch off.
What kind of noise?
The kind that keeps a score. Like I'll be working on something, genuinely focused, and then out of nowhere it just starts. Sarah got a job, Amir's doing his master's, your cousin just got promoted, and you're sitting here in your room at 11 p.m., redoing the same thing for the 5th time because it's still not right.
And then what happens?
And then I spiral. And then I'm not working anymore. I'm just sitting there feeling behind. And the worst part is, I know that I made the right choice leaving. I was miserable. I couldn't breathe in that place. But knowing that doesn't make the noise quieter. And it's not even just the comparison thing. It's more like, I thought I knew myself. I thought I was someone who could handle going against the grain. I've always been like that. Always been the one who does things differently and is fine with it. But right now, I don't feel fine with it. I feel frustrated. I feel like I'm watching my life through glass, and I can't get a grip on it. And that scares me, because I'm not someone who loses her grip. That's not who I am.
How long have you been feeling like that?
Months. And I haven't really said it out loud until right now.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
The person you just described? The one who loses her grip, who feels frustrated, whose mind is loud, who's sitting in her room at 11 p.m. spiraling? Do you think that's who you are? Or do you think that's just where you are right now? Because the way you talked about yourself just now, I knew you were capable. I knew you were observant. I knew you didn't belong in that business degree. None of that changed. You just described a person going through something hard. Not a person who is something hard.
I think I've been treating it like the same thing.
Most people do. Especially people who are used to having their head straight. When things get messy, it feels like a personality failure instead of just a season.
A season.
That's all this is. Your life is not messy. You are going through a messy phase. And there is a real difference between those two things. One is permanent. One passes.
It doesn't feel like it's going to pass.
I know. It never does from the inside. But think about it honestly. 6 months ago, you made one of the hardest decisions a person can make. You walked away from something safe because it was suffocating you. That takes a kind of clarity most people never access. And now you're 6 months in, you're building something from nothing, Your mind is adjusting to a completely new reality. And you're calling that losing your grip?
When you say it like that, it sounds almost impressive.
It is impressive. You just can't see it because you're standing in the middle of it.
I think I've been so focused on the noise that I forgot to look at what I've actually done in 6 months. I finished 3 tracks. Not perfectly, but finished. I reached out to 2 producers I never thought would respond, and one of them actually did. I learned things I wouldn't have learned if I stayed. That's actually not nothing.
No, it's really not.
I think I needed someone to just not panic about it. Everyone either panics or over-reassures, and both feel exhausting.
I'm not going to tell you it's all going to be fine. I don't know that.
I know. That's actually why this helps. A season. Okay, I can work with that.
You already are.
Okay. Enough about my chaos. Tell me something good about your life.
Finally. I thought you'd never ask. Your life is not messy. You are going through a messy phase. And there is a real difference between those two things. What phase of your life felt like it was never going to pass? But it did? Tell us in the comments.